All right, this is Dvorak's 7th Symphony. We're in the 4th movement. We're on page 17, just starting right there at the top. We played the first measure with the last page, so we'll just start on that 4th measure in. Same kind of thing as we were just barely playing. Okay, we'll get that far and then we'll jump right in the tricky part in a bit. So with this, you want to kind of keep, and you'll see some of my fingerings in the scan. On that first part, I do shift a little bit to not have to switch strings as much and stay on the, stay on the same string a bit. It's a little bit more easy to play delicately. That last part in first position would have to play the D string or 4, jumping back and forth between the strings. So that's why I would maybe shift there and just play that in third position. And you can stay up in third position there. I think the first part of the video I shifted down there because I was more familiar with where those accidentals need to be down in the first position. But you might get it in your head and then get up there on the third position to have it be a little bit more smooth than having to be right there on the D string and playing with your 4th finger. See which one is more comfortable for you to get a nice smooth tone. And then make sure to get those hairpins to get louder and softer in all of that to make that part more interesting. All right, let's jump ahead to 205. I'm just going to play this slow. You can see the fingerings in the scan. You're going to look for where your anchor is going to be here. It jumps around a bunch, but let's look at where the anchor is. So, okay, so my 3 jumps across the string from the D to the A string. My 2 is going to be tucked up right under that 3rd finger, and then that 3rd finger is going to be in the same place for that whole first measure. So that's kind of where your anchor is. Your 3 is going to be what you're going to focus on. And I actually leave my first finger down too after I play it, because you're going to come back to that. Hopefully I haven't been out of the screen the whole time. I need to get closer to my music to see it. I might move it a little bit closer, not in view. There we go. Yeah, I will slide my first finger down to low, then back to high to my anchor there. Yeah, so that hopefully helps. Yeah, and I stretch to shift up in second position, then I bring up my 1 to be with that. And then I'm going to shift up again to my D sharp. Okay, so see if that helps you. I'm going to play it a little bit faster. Okay, again. Okay, I kind of get caught up in that 3rd measure of that, so I'm going to get up to that. Okay, I'm going to start there on my D sharp. And I think I don't come back to that 3. So 3, 4, 3, half steps, all there close to each other. And then half step between that higher 4 and 3. And then shift down to 3rd position. So once you're coming down, that seems pretty good. Okay, once we get those notes down, we want to go from mezzo forte to forte. We want to hit those accents where we have them. We've got them at the start of some of the beats. In measure 208, we have it halfway through the first beat, so we'll want to get that. Okay, let's focus on the accents. We got to get all of them all together. Okay, kind of flub there a little bit. You'll want to get so you can jump back in if you mess up a little bit, and you can jump back in the fingering and play the rest of it. So anyway, practice that part. That part will be fun to play. We're all going to get it, and we're going to sound really good with it. Okay, let's go on with H. Okay. Okay, this is one where you kind of have your anchor there and you stretch up for that fourth finger. Okay, because you're going to kind of be down there. So just stretch for that 4. Keep your third finger there on that E. And then you're going to be down to that B. Those are all whole steps. And then you're going to shift down and do 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Okay, those 2, 3, 4s are all half steps there. Okay, so then we're back, and we're going to jump back up soon, but and then we're jumping back up there with that 4. Okay, so this is a bit of jumping. I don't know a great way you can try and play. Yeah, I don't even know where it is down there, and then you have to jump. So that may not be the best to try and stay up there. It may be that you just need to practice that jump. So. Kind of practice where that is. Okay, if you need to, maybe skip that high part. Hopefully enough of us can get that good, and then you'll be in there on that one on the D. But you can play that with your second finger too if you want to just skip the top part altogether. Okay, but then you'll want to be on your first finger on that next measure. So, and then this is all half steps. Okay, so that will be B. And then that's half steps as well. So they'll all be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just all half steps. Okay. And I shift down to my first finger to do this with that. And it's going to be a half step for the first, whole step, and then half step. So half step between 1 and 2, half step between 3 and 4, and then a whole step between 2 and 3. You do that again. Okay, and then you shift up a half step to start with your 1 again. And then whole step, half step, whole step. Shift up a whole step to your B. B, half step to your C natural, whole step to your D, whole step again to your E. And then shift up again. Whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay, and then you'll need to be up on your C sharp with that one again. So we're kind of just jumping up. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, again and again on that. So let's start at J. So half step, whole step, half step. Okay, and that's deceiving. It's a D flat, so it goes back to your C sharp. So 1, 2, and then back to the 1. Okay, so B, that's actually a half step. Between the B and the C natural, then you've got the D, that's a whole step. E flat is a half step, so half, whole, half. And then shift up to a half step higher than that. Whole step, half step. Okay, so this is tricky. You want to just go through slowly and see where your fingers are going to be. This is the part that I need to practice now that I know where the whole steps and half steps are. You can write them in, you can practice, just get kind of the sound of it and keep going there. But I find that if I jump to my first finger in each of those, then I don't have to switch strings or do anything weird. It's always the same fingers, just different spacing, half steps and whole steps that I can focus on. So let's start at J again, and we'll play to the end of this. Okay, on these last 4 measures, your anchor will be your 2. You're going to leave that 2 down there, right there. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and it just stays in that those same fingerings, but your 2 is going to be able to stay down. And then that 2 will then shift down to a regular 2 and then to a 1. Okay, all right. I may have missed some of the half steps in some of those jumps. I'm going to practice those, play through and see what you can do with those. I'm going to play it just one more time, just from J to the end of the second line there. Yeah, make sure. I need to write in, my scan probably doesn't have all the half steps. I need to write some more in so I don't have to think about it. I need to be more quiet there. I forgot to get too quiet. So anyway, that's the end of page 17. Yeah, that's one to practice. That's a good page to practice. So good luck.